Welcome to the Love, Sex and Freedom podcast. This is where you're going to discover how to bring awakening into the body and into everyday life through powerful tantric teachings. Get ready to release, open and step into your true power. Imagine how different your life would be if every time you felt amazing or you felt shitty, you took the projection off the external and you just let yourself feel it fully, because it's safe to feel good and it's safe to feel difficult emotions. You get to be with it all. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. And you get to be with that. You get to experience this wholeness that tantric energetics give us. Masculine awareness. Feeling you as the life of the party. Where your attention goes to the life of the party, the life of social media, the life of wherever you are. You are that light. You can place your attention on this energy. Your awareness on this energy. And instead of comparing yourself to other people, competing with other people, with your sisters, you just compare yourself to yourself. Okay, here I am in this scarcity consciousness again. Or in this blaming story, or whatever it is, this pattern. And instead of following the mind with it, I'm going to go, I can do better than this. Not I can do better than someone external to me. I can do better than this. I can do better than this comparison that has at its core the belief that I'm not enough. I need to be different. So many of our beliefs are centered around, I am not enough. I'm not good enough. I need to be better. So much of what drives you is based on that. You are enough as you are. And you know what? You're going to know that when you start to fucking pay attention to you and what everyone else is doing. And when you do that, ironically, you can open your eyes now. Ironically, you can see what your sisters are doing. You can see what other people are doing in the field. And instead of comparing and competing and feeling not enough, you can go, oh, that's a great idea. That really resonates with me. Or it doesn't resonate with you. And what if this aliveness, when it's fully allowed, what if that was the heartbeat? Do you know what my fucking dream is? On my birthday, do you know what my wish is for humanity? That people who are in a position like I'm in, like Tara's in, like some of you are in, and I want to hear who are the practitioners out there and do it in a moment. That our awareness is with the impact that we're having on who we're talking to and the love. Instead of, I'm so important. Is this a perfect post? Is this offering going to be everything? And all of this focus on getting validation and ambition. And today's theme is shifting from ambition to meaning. How do we do that? You stay attuned to what it is that has meaning to you. And for you, it might not be that. But the reason that I am so consistent with my service, the reason there's not a day that I do not put attention into having impact on someone that I love, and all of you who I already love, and thank you for being here. And I fucking love all of you because you're here and you're showing up. And well done for that. And this is what drives me. This is why I can work in my joy and there's no separation between masculine and feminine. that my feminine is connecting. My feminine is having joy in that, feeling joy in that. You know what I see when I work with entrepreneurs and coaches? And trust me, I work with some really high-level people who are earning millions, and they're showing themselves on Instagram, and I love them all, you know. And you will look at their lives and you will think it is perfect. And trust me, I'm in the psyche of some of the biggest players in the world, including fame. I've got even a famous actor who's a client, and everything looks a certain way. And you know what? They're all in a pattern of right before the movie production, right before the launch, right before the offering. There's all this intensity, and they can't work in their joy because they've left it to the last minute, like in school. When you leave your essays or your projects to last minute, you're operating from your masculine. You're like, I have to achieve this. I have to succeed. And until push comes, you're not doing anything. And then there's all of this intensity. The feminine gets pushed away. And then guess what happens? You're fucked. And you have to take time off. And then until the next launch, until the next film, until the next show, until the next retreat you're running, whatever it is, you're out for the count. So you're either fully in the masculine intensity of ambition, and all you can focus on in that time is numbers and what you're achieving and people, and I've got to get this done. Where is the joy in that? Where is the meaning in that? And then when that intensity has some space at the end of the launch, the show, whatever the achievement is, you get sick, you're out for the count, or you just like party so hard. And there's extremes. You're either in your extreme masculine, overachiever, in overaction, or you're in the overindulgence and play and like just getting completely lost because you're maxed out. So everyone take a deep breath, please. Or you're just not doing anything because you're so frozen in a state of thinking that it's about you and what you're offering, when all it's actually about is you being able to hold such a space of presence for you, that space becomes something which is an expansive experience from which your expression and your energy flows. And I know that Tara has had a lot of experience with this. I'm going to let her share and then we'll come back. But I love that you're all staying with me. This is real work. This is God work you're up to here. This is the priestess work you're up to here. Of getting over the identity, of letting the identity die and letting something so much bigger guide your life, which is you, when you're not stuck in story, when you're leading your own life and then leading others, not from a place of seeking validation or wanting money, and those things are fine, but from a place that creates meaning, the impact you're wanting to create, and really connecting with the soul of the people that you're connecting with every day, in the form state and in the formless, in the 3D reality and beyond that.
So who feels sufficiently inspired to make this shift into the old ways of being, into this new paradigm of being? Can I see hands up? Amazing. And my experience of this shift is that it takes that leap off the cliff into the unknown. And when those moments arise where you catch yourself again with that masculine awareness of doing things the old way, maybe it's the way you run your business, maybe it's the way you relate to your partner, maybe it's the way that you relate to yourself, and you're feeling that, and then you're wiring in the new beliefs, you're doing the rewiring, then the next step from that is action. And what I find is that when you're doing this inner work, and you're accessing those places inside of yourself, and then you're bringing in those new beliefs and being like, yes, this is how I want to show up for myself. This is how I want to show up in the world. Life will give us an opportunity to put that into practice. And in those moments, we have a choice. And as Raven's been speaking into comfort zone, zone of familiarity, the ego, the mind is going to go, no, 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 choose the old way, choose the old way, even though it hasn't fucking worked for us. Because it's so much safer than taking that leap off the cliff into the unknown and going, I am going to trust and I'm going to do it differently this time. And in that, you're trusting two things. One, you're trusting spirit, you're trusting life, you're trusting God, grand organized design. That the mere fact of our existence, that we're in these bodies looking at each other over a computer screen, sharing this space, how is there not a grand organized design, something that has us, that's got our backs, got our hearts, and is supporting us on this evolutionary process? So can we trust in that? And that's why the first part of the session structure that Raven spoke into, of invocation, of connecting to the unseen realms, of connecting to whatever deities, gods, goddesses, earth elements that resonate for you, is so important. And we forget that. Again, because we're conditioned to believe in what we can see in 3D physical matter. There's so much more. There is so much more help and support that's accessible to us. And the power of prayer, when we connect to those realms or whatever that is for you and ask for guidance and ask for support, works. So remember to ask for support. Remember to use the power of prayer. And when we're trusting in something that's far beyond the mind's concept of reality, and our little minds think that, oh no, we can work it out. And we're trusting something that is us and is part of us and is part of the whole, that helps with that free fall into the unknown. And that leap off the cliff, we're actually trusting in ourselves. And the way that we can keep deepening in our trust of ourselves is what we've been speaking into, is by holding all parts of ourselves, loving all parts of ourselves, and coming through the other side in a more expanded version of the truth of who we are. I now know, at 45 years, I actually now know that no matter what goes on in my life, I have got myself. And I tell you what, it's a sweet spot to be in, finally. Because the fear lessens. I'm like, no, I've gone through some pretty gnarly stuff in my life, and I've held myself in that. I have used actually that session structure for hours a day, for months at a time, when I've been in some dark months of the soul. And guess what? I came out the other side expanded, and it was always so worth it. So imagine yourself on that cliff edge, closing down the eyes, and just feel the wind. Feel the wind in your hair. Feel the depth of this space below you, that you have no certainty of how you're going to land. Breathe into the body, relax the body, and just feel the fears. Be with the fears. Breathe into them. Give them some space in your body.
So I want you to imagine that you're opening a portal into a new reality where what I'm about to guide you through is here with you as an alternative to looping in the mind and going back to old imprints and conditioning and patterns. Every time you do this, you are rewiring your devotion from the mind to mining the soul, mining the heart, to holding space for who you really are beyond all that, to actually creating new beliefs beyond your conditioning that are the beliefs you're wanting to hold. So first of all, you just place your hands on your heart and you think about something in your life which creates turmoil. Maybe you just even want to reflect on the last time you had really strong feelings about something. Just bring that to mind. And so usually you would just be feeling it, right? And maybe you are feeling something, some discomfort today around something. And instead of running away from it, instead of just looping in the mind and the stories, we're going to try something else. So for that to happen, we start the session with an intention. We place our hands on our heart. And we feel this intention to get intimate with what's deeper than the story. We feel an intention to get intimate with ourselves. We set an intention to take the focus off the external into the internal. And we say, I invite ancestors to support me. Start breathing beautiful light in from your crown. I invite divine. Breathing the earth energy up your body. And then once you do the White Tantra course, you'll get familiar with the deities if you're not already. But for you, Tara is going to invoke whatever deity she's feeling called to. So as she invokes this energy, just let yourself feel her beautiful support. She is a living, breathing deity. She received the name Tara. She is the goddess of compassion. She can put herself in anyone's shoes. She's the most beautiful, compassionate being. So feeling that mother, pure mother energy that is Tara, that is the Tara that is sitting here in form, that is the Tara that is in the formless state. So already we're invoking Tara right now. And then as Tara invokes whatever other energies, breathe into your heart. Feel that intention. We're all going to dive in together now. Feel that intention to explore deeper. Whatever this is that makes you uncomfortable. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmi Namaha. Lakshmi, Lakshmi, Om Shri Lakshmi, 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 Om Shri Mahalakshmi, Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha.
Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
And now start moving the body. Breathing deeply into the body. And feeling the aliveness that is there when you bring this situation, this belief into your field and you just let yourself feel it. Maybe there's rejection, let yourself feel it instead of the shame. Feel it. Maybe there's regret, maybe there's failure, maybe there's feelings of not being good enough, grief, frustration, anger. Just fucking feel it. And when the mind comes and tells you this and that, watch it. Don't hold an allegiance to it. Come back, be curious. What's here with that situation and that belief? Bring all your awareness to the life of the party. That's you. Bring all your awareness to the energy that's alive in you. Be there. Be you fully, exactly as you are. Get out of the mind that wants to hold on to whatever you want to blame for feeling this and just feel it. Whether you're blaming yourself or blaming another, it's time. It's time to grow up. It's time to go beyond this allegiance to the mind and feel the authentic embodiment that creates a life of meaning because you're no longer searching for validation and space holding outside of yourself. Here you are right now. Feel it all. Feel it all together as sisters. Whatever that familiar belief is, that familiar situation, how does that feel in your body? Just feel it. Shake the body. Shake the body. Breathe up through the spine. Activating Shakti. Activating Shakti. We've had the conversation we've needed to have. We've invoked the energies we've needed to invoke, and now love what's here by letting it be free from a mind that keeps you in worry, anxiety, solutions, and control. How does it feel? To just feel scared, to just feel alone, regret, not good enough. There's no human that I've ever met that doesn't feel regret sometimes. Alone, helpless, sad, not good enough, rejected. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. Here we are, sharing pain as sisters. Keep feeling without any story of who did this, who's right, who's wrong. Let it all go. Just be here. As a child, you didn't have a choice whether you were abandoned or neglected. Now you have a choice. Don't abandon yourself. Don't neglect yourself. Be there for all of it. This is what's going to make you feel worthy when instead of placing your attention on the external life of the party, life of social media, life of the office, whatever, here it is. This is the life that you focus on, your precious life that has a dharma, a purpose to fulfill, that has meaning. And that meaning is felt when you're here. And if you're in the healing arts, every time you hold compassion, you love yourself in this, you hold space for this, you allow everything, the more you're naturally going to have offerings that want to do that for others. The more naturally meaning takes precedence over ambition. Here we are. And every time the mind tries to take you off, come back. Let it go off. Come back to the body. Just feel. Bring some movement to that feeling. Breath, sound. Maybe there's some joy and gratitude in there that you didn't know was there. Some ecstasy. Just feel what's here when you really take the time to give attention to the life that matters the most. Yours. This is all of our birthdays. We're celebrating my birthday together by birthing this new reality, that you stop abandoning yourself, you stop rejecting yourself. You show yourself that you're worthy and that you are enough by being here for you, by giving yourself and what you're feeling the gift of non-resistance, of a silent space holding that doesn't create stories. Stories might be there up in the mind, but your allegiance isn't with them. Your allegiance is with silence. Your devotion is to that silence. You just keep coming back to a space that has no agenda to fix you, that is not making you wrong for your experience. You're a beautiful, beautiful woman. No matter what you're feeling, you are worthy of your love. No matter what you're feeling, you are worthy of someone else's love. You are enough. You don't have to wait. You're enough now. And even when you get that, there'll be times when you feel not enough, and that's okay. You be there for yourself. You be there for yourself, for all of it. Because it's fair enough. When you feel scared, when you feel afraid, when you feel regret, when you feel angry, can you just hold space for that? Let the stories pass you by like clouds in the sky. or like a noisy neighbor, as Michael Singer says. A noisy neighbor that you think is who you are, that's not who you are. This is who you are. This is who you are. This beautiful life, this beautiful humanness that has a whole range of emotions. Can you be with that totality? Can you hold yourself the way you would hold someone else if they were crying, if they were feeling low? Just with so much love and compassion and privilege that they're there and revealing that, and you're holding them. Have that privilege right now, that here you are in the rawness of your soul feeling, and you get to hold yourself in that. You get to love yourself in that. Love whatever arises. Love whatever arises. Because every time you can't love that, you're going to blame someone for what's arising. You're going to stay in the story. You're going to distract from that. Here we are, love, what's here? The totality of you is lovable. Your grief, your regret, your bitch, your princess. Your amazing warrior, your victim, your incredible way shower, all of it. And all of it has dark and light aspects. Parts that are harder to feel, parts that are easy to feel, and it's all there, it's all beautiful, it's a breath away. Your acceptance is a breath away. Just breathe into the body and let it all be there. It's safe to feel your pain. It's safe to feel good. It's safe to come home to yourself. To truly tune in and feel the good feelings, feel the difficult feelings. And now we're coming into expansion. Usually a session's like an hour and a half, but we're on Superdar, we're all supporting each other. And now we're going to just feel the Queen inside of us. The priestess who walks the path of the forest, of the dark forest. She's not interested in cheering crowds. She's not waiting for how people respond. She's not wired into ambition or money as the main trajectory of her expression, of her action. She is in that forest walking the mystery of who am I without my story. Who am I when nothing in my internal reality needs to change? That it's all beautiful. It's all God. It's all God. God in form is us. God in form is the beautiful flowers and trees and animals. And if the word God doesn't resonate with you, love, freedom, universal energy, whatever, I'm going to say God because I love God. It's not a God sitting somewhere higher than us. It's God. You can't even explain it. And the priestess, she knows. She feels the tantric principle of oneness, of going into duality, to go beyond that. She knows that. Everything is divine. All of her is divine. She's not trying to change her internal reality. The only thing she changes is the direction of her consciousness when she's looping in the mind that is keeping her in the past or keeping her controlling the future. Here she is, and she can trust that action is going to flow from the beingness of her authentic embodiment, because it does, and there's rules around that and structures around that and beauty around that.
Thanks for listening to the Love, Sex and Freedom podcast. For more great free resources, in-person and online workshops, and our retreats, find us on Instagram and Facebook at Embodied Awakening Academy or visit embodiedawakeningacademy.com.